Hey guys, it's Monica. So I just want to stop in here really quick and say welcome to Crafty Creators. Some of you have been sending me messages and saying, hey, what's going on with this new group? Well, I already had a playlist on my Sparkle by Monica channel, and I was sending these messages individually to people in the handmade crafty creative niche to let them know, hey, I added this video into my playlist and you've got an awesome channel. And so as time has been going on, and these people, not everyone, but certain people have been messaging me with questions about, their hobby versus a business and whatnot, I thought, well, why don't we have a group that's tied into this playlist? That, because it's a support playlist, why not have the group be like Support Central, like your home? I created it back in March, and also with all the different drama between all of the various groups that was going on, I thought, yeah, let's do a group. And then I deactivated it and thought, nah, not yet, because I've got too much stuff going on. So then I decided in May I would just go ahead and open it up, because I kept getting more questions about my business, how I do certain things, various videos on my channel that are of a marketing, business-oriented nature. So I thought this would be actually a good place to invite you guys that want to participate. Not necessarily those that are just on that support playlist, but anyone that makes handmade crafts. You're an artist that does something with your hands, or even if it is something that's not necessarily, you don't think in terms of art, but really it is, a musician. Whether you play an actual instrument. I played clarinet in band many years ago. Maybe you sing. Maybe you are a photographer, a videographer, and not just a videographer for your YouTube channel, like if you're just making videos, like a talk show type of video, or you've got content, like you're not creating something, but say you are a videographer that you edit your videos in such a way, such as Pusa Studios. Like, I'm sure you guys have heard of them because they've got great quality content. They have like a whole art form in the photos that they take and share, and the videos that they edit and put together. So it is like watching a piece of art, and they are very creative people. So if you are a photographer or a videographer, this is a place that you can come to, even though you might not think, it's not really something that I create with my hands. It's not something that I'm making at a craft fair. That's not necessarily what the Handmade Crafty Creators niche is. It's anything that you are using your creative talents for, and you are, in most cases, using your hands to create them. But if you are singing, or you're making photos or videos, and they are an art form unto itself, and you're showcasing your talents, and you're trying to promote your talents in those ways, that is what I consider to also be a crafty creator. I know there's a girl, I believe her name is Violet Bird, and she films herself singing beautifully. She has a beautiful voice. Well, yeah, come on over here to Crafty Creators if you want to participate. So I hope that makes sense, kind of clears that up. Some ideas that I'm thinking of doing for this group is, well, you can see before you hear, I'm going to do a segment here in just a minute after I do this called Marketing Mondays. So I'm going to be discussing business strategies and marketing tips and things like that for handmade crafty creators, people who are trying to figure out, do I want this to be a hobby? Do I want this to be a business? What am I doing? That kind of thing. So I'll be filming that here in just a minute. I'm going to share that. It's not going to be a live stream. I'm going to share it as an actual video and make that kind of a segment. Speaking of segments, I want to offer something for each day of the week, but now it's not necessarily going to be via a video, a live stream, or a social media post, or a file, or whatnot. It's going to be different every day. So this is kind of what we're going to start out with, and as you guys give me feedback, these things may change. We're kind of fluid. We're going to be fluid here at Crafty Creators, because crafty creatives are like that. We kind of float on the wind like those little dandelion pieces, and whatever catches our fancy is what we like to do here. Again, keep in mind, this is a positive place, so no negativity. Mondays will be Marketing Mondays, Top 10 Tuesdays, then Wavelength Wednesdays, Thrifty Thursdays, Follow Fridays, Saturday showcases, and support Sundays. Now, to kind of give you a little background, I've already mentioned Marketing Mondays will be where I discuss different strategies to help build your brand and boost your business. Top 10 Tuesdays, I am going to be doing different lists because, as we all know, lists are so popular, but also it kind of gives you an order to whatever topic that you want to talk as a top 10. That could be anything from, top 10 jewelry making tools to top 10 paintbrushes for artists, different types of things, but kind of keeping towards the handmade, crafty creator genre, niche, whatever you want to call us. It's going to be different types of lists every time. It's not going to be very specific every time. It might be a broad top 10 list that covers all of the arts and crafts, or it could be a very genre specific, such as for beaders or for painters or, quilters, something like that. Now, granted, I don't know everything there is to know about quilting and all that sort of thing. So if you are someone that wants to participate in this group, not just this channel, but also the corresponding Facebook group and our social platforms, and you would like to take an active role in helping me to be, administrator and moderator on all these different things, and you want to help come up with content to post and whatnot, and even film, then send me a message, let me know. We'll have conversations about it and then work something out as we kind of progress further. Now, something that I want to make clear, even though I have begun this group, this is in no way, shape, or form a competition. I am not trying to compete with all of the various groups out there that are offering support for video creators. This is an idea that I had from the existing playlist that I started to do back in January, I think it was. Or maybe actually it was December, in order to have everything kind of pulled together and have a place to engage. I think the support for support's sake, all of that stuff that's going on in all of these different groups are great, provided that you're not the sub for sub mindset. But all of these, like James is the first group that I can think of. I love popping in there when I get the opportunity. I know that there's a lot of negative banter back and forth about that particular person and group, but he's been nothing but great as far as I'm concerned. As far as being able to bring people from all walks of life that are creating videos, you can come in there. I think he live streams every day just about. He's on his lunch break. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Every Saturday there's something going on. That is something that is for everyone who creates videos, and there's not a whole lot of actual content behind it. It's more just about getting support, getting on there, making new relationships, and having a conversation. And that's great because that is also a way to learn. But as far as me, I am trying to pull everybody together that is from the handy crafts kind of niche, so that we have a place to get a little bit more targeted, a little bit more specific in the things that we are filming, the products that we're creating, and how we can either transition from a hobby to a business, or better increase our sales, get our names out there, promote ourselves in the communities, those sorts of things. So it's very specific and beneficial as far as what I hope we will do here in this group. Not doing any kind of competition with the I'm a Creator. I'm a Creator, as you can see, I'm still wearing Mackenzie's shirt. I love it. It's the different hashtag, the one that started everything. The other I Am a Creator, we don't have a shirt per se just yet. I guess James is kind of carrying the torch for the bulk of that particular hashtag just because he's on there every day. He does say, though, that he's not the leader of that group, but I think he is actually considering making a shirt the way that Mackenzie did when she started her hashtag on this I'm a Creator. I think various artists have created their own. But all of these other groups, the Small YouTuber Army, I think I'm involved in like 6 different groups, and they all kind of have a different feel. Professional Student had a group. It kind of changed from what she originally started it as, and now she's more focused on her business, but she's an awesome person. The 2 Jens, I love them. They did have a group, but because there was so much kind of crazy negative stuff going on and several different issues, and then also one of the Jen Gen Gals. She just felt like she needed to take a step back from it, so I don't think that group is going anymore, which is sad. It had a lot of good interaction, but all of these different groups that I have participated in, I am in no way trying to compete with you guys, okay? And as a matter of fact, I still belong to all of these groups. Well, most of them if you're still active. You're welcome to come here if you are a fellow crafty creative. The main point of this group here is so that you create art, either visual art, graphic art, digital art, handmade arts and crafts. If you are a songstress, some sort of singer, you know, you do some sort of an art form that is something that you're also filming, then please feel free to join the group. Right now, I have this YouTube channel, of course. I've got the Facebook group, which is where the bulk of the real communication is going to be, because I have the ability to share files with you guys, which right now I've got the Google Docs in there where I'm trying to collect everybody's information and all of that stuff. There'll be certain files like, you know, starting your own business and all of that sort of thing that I plan to share. But that gives you kind of a hub to come, not only to just communicate and share your content, but then to get useful access to certain files that you might want. So, you know, that kind of, it's just going to be a fluid process. This whole group situation is going to be a fluid process. I am from a professional background as far as marketing and finance and retail and all of that stuff. My handmade jewelry making transitioned officially from a hobby into a full-time business whenever I moved from Yuma, Arizona to Texas. So now for a little bit over 3 years, I have been a full-time jewelry maker and designer and teacher. So if you're not familiar with me, I hope that gives you a little bit of background so that you can feel a little bit more sure about what we're going to offer here. As far as the structure type of thing goes, I want to have Marketing Mondays and Top 10 Tuesdays, which I've talked about before. The Wavelength Wednesdays, it's really about, if you look at the definition of the wavelength, it's about communication and how we understand one another. So with all of the drama and trauma, the drama of you know, this group or that group, which really, I mean, we're all the same group, brothers and sisters. You know, we're all a part of the same creator, whether you're on YouTube or even other platforms. If you're creating videos with whatever you're passionate about, we're all really together. So think of that as your wavelength. How do you communicate? How do you understand others that you're communicating with? Are we on the same wavelength? Have you heard that before? But anyway, Wavelength Wednesdays is really going to be about, how do you feel? Are you in a positive headspace about your craft or your business or the types of videos that you create? Are you having problems with confidence? Are you angry about anything in particular, and not to start, you know, like start a firestorm of hate? I don't mean, you know, that type of anger. I mean, you know, are you frustrated about some aspect of what you do in your art? Maybe you've tried to plan classes in your community and you keep hitting a barrier there, or maybe you don't feel like you are being comprehended well enough by the students that you have. You know, maybe you need to learn a different way to communicate. So that's what Wavelength Wednesdays is going to be about. Thrifty Thursdays, that's going to be an opportunity for us to kind of dive into various things to be a little bit more thrifty, which as handmade artists, you're already trying to do that anyway, because I know, unless you're just really lucky, you don't have a lot of the cash to just blow in the wind, right? But you're always looking for a sale. You're always looking for a coupon. You know, you're always on the search to reevaluate how to reuse, reduce, recycle. Follow Fridays, those will not necessarily be a video per se. That will be more of following each other on our social platforms. So if you've never participated in a Follow Friday, for Twitter in particular is where I can instantly think of. We just did one for the group this past Friday. You'll see a graphic that says Follow Friday, and you'll see that I have, I think, 6 or 7 people tagged, and that's because there's only 6 or 7 of you guys that even have a Twitter, as far as what I could find when I clicked on the YouTube channel. Support playlist that I have, it's the one that's the Crafty Creators support for artists, beaters, and crafters. I have about 74 of you in there. I went through and found everybody's that had it linked on their YouTube channel. If you have a Facebook, a Google Plus, a Twitter, whatever it is, I pulled it, I put it into a spreadsheet. So what you do is you use the hashtags, the number symbol, for those of you that aren't familiar with hashtag, and you do hashtag FF or hashtag Follow Friday, and then you tag everyone that you want to do the Follow Friday for. Now, it's not good to like have a hashtag Follow Friday, like 50 names of people, right, all in one post. You know, maybe at different parts of the day you do a handful, like 5 or 6 the way I did, which I mean it worked out because I only had 6 or 7 of you guys. And then others that are following your channel retweet that. But as far as the Crafty Creator community here, it's going to be people that are on that playlist that I have, and that also have Twitters or now Instagram, because we'll do it there too, and even on Facebook. So whatever platform that you belong to, whoo, I look like I'm dancing, whoo, whoo. Whatever platform that you belong to, if you want to participate in the Follow Fridays, you will see those posts, and then you can retweet them, reshare them, regram them, whatever you want to do. Saturday showcases, that is specific to the Facebook group. So when you go on Saturdays to Facebook and you're inside the group, you're going to see the graphic that is, I think I call it Sparkly Saturday Showcases. And on that, you'll be able to then post either the link to your YouTube channel or to your latest video that is of a crafty, creative, tutorial, DIY type of thing. You'll only be able to post once on that post, so choose whatever you want to do, either your channel or your latest video. In order to keep it fresh, I would say go ahead and post your latest video. Unless you're new to the group for the very first time and you want to say, hey, I'm Sparkle by Monica, here's my channel. If you're like Sparkle by Monica and this is the 5th week in a row that you're coming, you don't want to keep putting your channel and saying, hey, I'm Sparkle by Monica. Say, hey, I'm Sparkle by Monica, and here's my latest jewelry making tutorial. That is the opportunity to be able to share your channel and your videos. And then what I would like to see is that everyone that participates in the Facebook group, you go through all of those links. It's not a mandatory thing that you have to support that channel and watch their video, but it is appreciated, and that is your opportunity to do like all of the rest of the groups who are offering support, to be able to help with support numbers as far as becoming a subscriber to that channel, but also to aid in their watch time, because ultimately all of these support groups that are going round and round, they're very beneficial. They do somewhat increase your watch time, but not always, because their only goal is like a sub for sub mindset, and they go and they just subscribe to you, and they're not really clicking to watch your videos or play anything in your playlist, then your watch time is never going to go up. And then also, depending on if you're not really creating any content that's fresh, then you're not going to be seen. So here is an opportunity to be able to market yourself to your fellow crafty creators. We can all help each other with whatever it might be. So it's very free form, fabulous, friendly, and free. So whatever that you want to do, whatever makes you comfortable in your participation levels, I would appreciate if you would go through the list and, you know, all support each other, because ultimately we want to be helpful to one another. And then your support Sundays is really, it's also not going to be a video, unless maybe eventually I might want to incorporate that. Support Sundays is going to be about, you know, do you have any kind of tech issues? Do you have any kind of hurdles to becoming a business instead of a hobby? Are you maybe wanting to collaborate with a fellow creator? Do you have any kind of equipment questions for your filming or your editing process? Do you want to share any expertise? Maybe you are an awesome live streamer person and you want to discuss the OBS and all of that stuff. You know, there's so many different things that lends itself to support that you could put on that graphic. So when you see that graphic for Support Sundays, bam! That's your opportunity to offer some more meaty support and valuable information. Marketing Mondays, Top 10 Tuesdays, Wavelength Wednesdays, Thrifty Thursdays, Follow Fridays, Saturday Showcases, and Support Sundays. Now, on Wavelength Wednesdays, I believe that will be the live stream events that we have. I will probably do that at 1 o'clock my time, which is Mountain Time. I am in El Paso, Texas. I think right now the East Coast is 2 hours ahead of me. Central Time is 1 hour ahead of me. Pacific Time is 1 hour behind me. I will post a schedule for Wavelength Wednesdays. I'm not really a good live streamer. I don't have all that fancy OBS stuff. I don't have all this animation on the screen and stuff yet. Eventually I hope to get there for you guys. I might learn from you guys how to do all that fancy stuff. But right now I'm doing filming on my cell phone. I do have a ring light now. It's a pretty cool contraption that is holding my cell phone, and it's a little bitty ring light, and I got it for 20 bucks on Amazon. So I'll put that link down below if you're interested in that. But the Wavelength Wednesdays will be your live stream event if you're interested in any of that, and that's your opportunity to jump in and run up and down the chat boxes to see who all's there. Keep in mind, even people that aren't going to be involved in our group might pop in that chat. So you even still have the opportunity to get to know fresh faces that are popping in and out of chats if they come across us or invite people over. And that also brings me to another point. If you know fellow artists and maybe they don't make videos, but they might be interested in the group support information, that would be okay with me to invite them, under the understanding that it's not a spammy type of group. I mean, they can still come and learn and everything, but primarily this is for creators that are filming and creating content on either YouTube or wherever it is that you're posting it. Maybe you post on Vimeo. Maybe you do Twitch videos or something. You know, whatever it is that you're doing, you're filming it, and you're not just a creator, but they're more than welcome to be on our social platforms. I mean, they can participate in all of that stuff, because while they might not have access to the files in the group at Facebook, they might still want to participate, and maybe they find out about the videos that are being posted on YouTube and all of that stuff. There's all sorts of opportunities in what I have planned right now for all of us to be able to communicate, to learn, and to grow, and hopefully it will be a positive place, because I'm not interested in any kind of arguing and bickering. I'm not interested in trolls. I'm not interested in compete with this group or that group. No. As a matter of fact, I think I would actually like to collaborate with various groups that might be interested in sharing their philosophy, or maybe having like an interview situation, maybe have a special live event where we all talk together. So those types of things are possibilities and potential collaborations and things. Collaborations with each of us in the group. I don't feel like this is going to be something that I'm going to do full time, so I will try to have a schedule, like I said, for the Wavelength Wednesdays. But as far as the graphics and things for the Follow Fridays, Saturday showcases, and the Sparkly Sundays, I'm going to try to get those posted the night before. That way when you wake up in the morning, you'll see and you'll be able to go on your way. But I may not be able to check in every single day. If you have a specific message for me, I'll try to get to you as soon as I can. Because I do teach classes locally, I am selling my jewelry, I am participating in events, so I might not be accessible 24/7. So please don't get frustrated with me. I do respond as quickly as possible. So the YouTube channel is Crafty Creators. Now you're going to see there's several Crafty Creators, but mine has the little film, like the little picture icon with the YouTube symbol in white in the middle, and it says Crafty Creators. Facebook group is Video Crafty Creators. Twitter is Crafty Creators with a Z. Instagram, I just did this 2 days ago. It's also Crafty Creators with a Z. The support playlist right now is housed at the Sparkle by Monica channel, but slowly I have it linked to the Crafty Creators video channel right now. But what I intend to do is pull over those videos onto an actual playlist that's housed there at the Crafty Creators channel, but also leave it at Sparkle by Monica. So you're actually getting double exposure, because I don't want to delete it at Sparkle by Monica, because then that can actually help you with your watch time and exposure on both. And also Sparkle by Monica is a lot bigger than this brand new channel here. I want to be able to give maximum exposure while also building your all's exposure here as far as the group, and then you can share that playlist out. So those are the places that you can find us. I have my little drinky cup here. My sister got me this for my birthday a couple of days ago, and it is a little kitty cat. See the little ears? How cute is that? I normally drink Diet Coke. Instead of having the old boring can, I think I'm going to use my mug. And I have affectionately called her Pearl because she looks like a little pearl. And I make jewelry, so it made sense to me. But anyway, this is my little cup here, and she will probably make frequent appearances in my videos for you guys. So I hope this information doesn't overwhelm anyone. No matter where you're at in this whole process, this gives you an opportunity to learn from people who may be ahead on various platforms or in their techniques or whatever. It's your way to get information. It's your way to get support, but also with some content to back up the support. So you have access to files and events and, you know, various different things aside from just, hey, it's good to see you in a stream, you know, and those things are great too. And that's something else that we'll also be doing, as I mentioned before. But it gives you a little bit more meat and substance to participating with your peers. So I hope that's interesting to you. I hope that this information is exciting to you guys like it is to me. I hope that I get to see you guys here and that you will share this with fellow crafty creatives that make videos. We'll see where this takes us. If it doesn't go anywhere, at least it was something that I thought I could do that would tie in that playlist and give you all an additional support mechanism for those that are already going to other groups and participating. Again, I'm not competing with anyone, and I hope that this will be a fun place for all of us crafty creatives to come in and say hello and learn from one another and help to build our brands as well as boost our business if it is a business for you, okay? If it's just a hobby, this will be a way to help promote yourself as a YouTube channel, but also you might get special insight in order to make that decision down the road if you want to turn that into a business. I hope you all are enjoying your weather wherever you're at, and if you are in the throes of making a video or some sort of a crafty project, enjoy that as well. And have a sparkle-rific day, y'all. Bye!